Old Fart Travel Channel. Budapest. Welcome to Budapest, a city of thermal baths, grand boulevards, and breathtaking river views. With its blend of ancient history and vibrant modern life, every corner has a story to tell. Adventure doesn't retire, so grab your walkers, old farts, and let's go. We recommend spending a minimum of 3 days touring Budapest, and here are our must-see sites: Buda Castle District, including Fisherman's Bastion, Hungarian Parliament Building, Shoes on the Danube, Central Market Hall, and Váci Street shopping areas, St. Stephen's Basilica, Hungarian State Opera House, Vajda Hunyad Castle Complex, including nearby Heroes Square and the surrounding city park, Dohány Synagogue. Those are the main attractions, but if you have a little more time, there's even more to see in Budapest. For a day trip, we recommend visiting Lake Balaton. Our first site in Budapest was the Castle District, which includes Buda Castle, the Church of Our Lady of Buda, and Fisherman's Bastion, all perched high above the Danube with some of the best views in the city. We rode the funicular up to this vast historic area where you could easily spend an entire day exploring. There's so much to see here: grand courtyards, museums, cafés, and those iconic lookout towers that make the Castle District one of Budapest's most memorable stops. First in the Castle District is Buda Castle, also known as the Royal Palace. The first fortress on this hill was completed in 1265, but most of what we see today was built between 1749 and 1769. The palace was heavily damaged during the siege of Budapest in World War II, and later rebuilt during the Communist era. Next is the Church of Our Lady of Buda, more commonly known as Matthias Church. Originally founded in the mid-13th century, this landmark has been rebuilt and restored many times, giving it the colorful Gothic revival look we admire today. Also in the Castle District is Fisherman's Bastion, one of Budapest's most iconic viewpoints. The neo-Romanesque terraces were built in the late 1800s and early 1900s, inspired by the medieval walls that once stood here. Today it offers some of the best panoramas of the city. On your way to the Buda Castle District, you'll likely cross the Széchenyi Chain Bridge. It's Budapest's oldest permanent bridge, linking Buda and Pest across the Danube, and famous for its stone lions. During our visit, many Hungarian flags had the center cut out, a powerful symbol of the 1956 revolution, when protesters removed the communist emblem to defy Soviet rule. Make sure to take the tour of the Hungarian Parliament building. It truly feels like stepping into a royal palace. Inside, every hallway is filled with gold accents, soaring arches, and frescoed ceilings. We walked up the grand staircase, past stained glass windows and statues that line the corridors, before reaching the former upper house chamber with its carved woodwork and historic murals. The tour also touches on Hungary's more recent past, including remnants from the communist era. In the top right, you can see the star on the Parliament during the Cold War and its removal in January 1990. This was an unforgettable look at one of Europe's most beautiful and most symbolic government buildings. On your way to Parliament, stop by and say hello to Ronnie. The statue of Ronald Reagan was placed here to honor the former U.S. president for his role in ending the Cold War, which helped bring an end to Soviet influence in Hungary. Adjacent to the Parliament is the Shoes on the Danube bank, a memorial to the thousands of Jews killed in Budapest during the winter of 1944 to 45. Victims were required to remove their shoes before shooting them and letting them fall into the river. Historians estimate that around 800 people were murdered here. A simple, powerful tribute you'll never forget. Now for some shopping. Today we're visiting two of Budapest's most popular spots, the Central Market Hall and the famous Váci Street. Central Market Hall is Budapest's largest and most iconic market. A lively mix of colors, smells, and sounds. On the ground floor, vendors sell produce, peppers, salami, and local meats. Upstairs, you'll find handicrafts, souvenirs, and food stalls serving traditional Hungarian dishes. Just a short walk away is Váci Street, Budapest's main pedestrian shopping avenue. It's lined with cafés, boutiques, and international brands. St. Stephen's Basilica is one of Budapest's most iconic landmarks, standing at the heart of the city on Szent István Square, just a short walk from the Danube and the famous shopping streets. Construction began in 1851 and took more than 50 years to complete after the original dome collapsed in 1868. The basilica was finally finished in 1905, becoming Hungary's largest church and a symbol of national pride. Inside, it houses the country's most sacred relic, the mummified right hand of Saint Stephen, Hungary's first king, along with soaring marble columns, gilded chapels, and a stunning dome you can climb for panoramic views over Budapest. Our climb offered some of the best panoramic views in Budapest. From up here, you can see the entire city, Buda Castle, the hills of Buda, the Ferris wheel, and the streets stretching out from Szent István Square below. The two bell towers rise almost eye level with the platform, giving you a close look at the architecture. It was especially lively during our visit because it happened to be October the 23rd, Hungary's national holiday, and the crowds gathered below were part of the day's celebrations. Standing above it all with the city spread out in every direction made this one of our favorite stops in Budapest. Another favorite stop in Budapest was the Hungarian State Opera House, built in the late 1800s. As soon as you step into the grand foyer, you're met with marble columns, gold detailing, and frescoed ceilings that feel more like a royal palace than a theater. The main hall is stunning. Deep red velvet seats, glittering chandeliers, and ornate private boxes that capture the glamour of old Europe. Even without attending a performance, just touring the opera house gives you a glimpse into Hungary's rich artistic heritage. We were even treated to some opera. Next, we visited the Vajdahunyad Castle complex, which includes Heroes Square, the castle itself, and City Park. The Széchenyi thermal baths are also nearby. Heroes Square is one of Budapest's grandest landmarks, built at the end of the 19th century to honor the founders and key leaders of Hungary. At its center stands the Millennium Monument, topped by Archangel Gabriel, with statues of the 7 Magyar chieftains below. The castle looks centuries old, but it was actually built in 1896 for Hungary's millennial celebration. It blends Gothic, Renaissance, Baroque, and Romanesque styles with a mix of towers, courtyards, and stone arches. The city park is one of Budapest's largest and most beautiful green spaces, perfect for a relaxing walk along tree-lined paths, open lawns, and peaceful corners of the city. Take a moment to sit on a bench and admire the lake, a peaceful break in the middle of City Park. Right next door to the park is the Széchenyi thermal bath, built in 1913. It's one of Europe's largest bath complexes with 15 indoor baths, 3 large outdoor pools, saunas, and steam rooms. Next, we visited the Doheny Street Synagogue, the largest in Europe and one of the biggest in the world. Built in the 1850s in a striking Moorish revival style, it anchors Budapest's historic Jewish quarter. The complex includes a museum, memorial gardens, and the powerful Holocaust Tree of Life. It's a beautiful but deeply moving place to explore. We rented a car for a day trip from Budapest and headed out to Lake Balaton, Hungary's summer playground. Our first stop was Balatonfürd, where we grabbed pastries at the Carolina Café before continuing on to the Tihany Peninsula. The highlight was the Doheny Benedictine Abbey, perched high above the lake with incredible views. The abbey was founded in 1055 by King Andrew I, making it one of Hungary's oldest. Its church was added in the 1700s, overlooks Lake Balaton, with some of the best view in the region. From here, we took the ferry from Tihany across to Santodi Rev, then drove back to Budapest after a great day by the water. Thanks for joining us on this old fart adventure to Budapest. As always, you can find more details on lodging, transportation, tours, and other helpful tips in the description on our YouTube channel page. Thanks for watching the Old Fart Travel channel. Please like, follow, subscribe, and share. See you next time.